Yep.
Okay. So Kathy, you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna report out and bring you back into open session. So the board of directors, went into closed session on agenda item number 10, public employee discipline / release. No reportable action was taken. The board directed general counsel to take further action. So the closed session is over and you guys can proceed to the next agenda.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to move to approval of agenda items. Do we have any public comments at this time? Okay.
Yeah, my name is Vic Hill. I moved up here full-time. I've been temporary for 3 years. When I first got up here, I seen there were quite a few problems on it as far as the board's concerned. I run the sewer septic business in Crestline, Lake Arrowhead. I've come up here and researched a lot of different things up here to help the community. I bought a septic truck up here to pump the septics and found out that there were some problems in dumping the waste in Masson County. They don't have a place to dump it. And that again turned me on the fact that I went down to the board of directors and went ahead and got up in front of them and told them that they were breaking the law. They then again called me and said that we could take the stuff down there, the reduced rate. That's probably 90% of the problem up here with the system that you guys got. The idea of not pumping your septics right there, if it goes over 3 to 40 years, you get micro sludge that goes on up through the stream and down through it, especially through these 1.5 and 2 inch lines. In any regular sewer system, the sewer lines would be balled once every month. That means they're cleaned. You see them out there in the cities, guys stand out there balling and cleaning. These haven't been balled for cleaned for 22 years. So the idea is to keep the gray water as clean as possible. The next thing that you guys had problems with is lift stations and the maintenance of the system. A couple of pumps that failed, one that fell down there, and I guess you had a spill out there on the Strand. That issue right there could be, cured with having another pump again, maintenance every 3 to 4 years, change the pumps out and deal with the maintenance that's not done. The next thing that would keep my hunting off your back is I called them up and spent the time. I spent 6 weeks of my time the last 2 years to help and get this out. None of this information came to you, it went to Vince, and Vince was out and didn't go back to you. That's the problem they have here. There's no transparency. It comes back through as these people can see things are being done. We have a good board here. You got people that know what they know. I've asked to set up a ad hoc committee so some of the community members can be involved in some of this down here to follow up. That hasn't happened. It has to happen right down. I went ahead and donated 2013 Freightliner, the 2,000-gallon back truck to the community. The community would not take it because they didn't have a driver or they didn't want to insure to take care of it here. These issues right there would keep behind that bay knowing that you had a back truck here. That truck is a $50,000 truck. It's standby down there for me. I don't need it anymore. So I can donate it. There is nothing for me to gain here. I like the area. I fly in here all the time. It's beautiful. It's where I want to spend my time. The only gain I've got is to try and help the community and get it to where it works. So if you guys out there can get the committee together and straighten it on out, find out what you want to do, whether you get a general manager or not, we will move forward with it. That truck will be up here. system to pick up any waste if you have a spill. And that will keep that and Sims in compliance, because there isn't one up here.
Right.
So some of these things, if you make the decisions, find out what you can do with it, that'll be done. I live up there right now, and I've got a house on Hickory Way, but I have property in town that I'm up there, Eagle Lake Estates. I'm not part of the sewer system now. So you can see right now, there's no gain, nothing for me to do this. But if this town thrives, all of us thrive. And that's what I want to bring to your attention. I don't really want to be political. I want to be on the outside. I don't want to sit in that seat with you guys and get the abuse that you do. But I've been on a lot of boards, a lot of Crestline Sanitation, some other boards are Parks and Rec up there, run the World Parks and Rec, and about 5 or 6 different boards. But it's not something, if there's a spot available, you need to have it filled, we'll fill it. But we can get this committee together, put some people on up here to help you guys. Take the time, it's quite a load that you guys are taking. That's all I've got to say, thank you.
Thanks, Mick. Thank you. Any other public comments? Karen?
Hi. Just real quick, Brian wanted to let you know that he couldn't be here. He's on a search and rescue. That's probably around 2:30 this afternoon, but he's got a letter that he's going to be sending to all of you through email.
Okay,
Okay?
all right, thank you.
Kathy, I'm a little confused. Is this public comment for the agenda approval, or is this?
I was doing the agenda approval, and then I saw the public comments, and I skipped over that. So, well, let's do the public comments, and then we'll do the agenda approval.
Okay.
Do you have a comment?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's not about anything specific on the agenda. It's about everything on the agenda. And I'd just like to remind you guys that, you did adopt a strategic plan. Diane and I worked really hard on that for months. And I think Vince did an excellent job of putting it together in a very professional packet. You don't see that on small boards like this. And I look at today's agenda and all the various things that are going on that agenda, and I'm wondering if you guys are actually using that strategic plan as the roadmap that it was intended to be. And you got 5 years, and the first year we were in such a deep hole. The first year we had specific things that we knew that we needed to work on, and then as things eased up, we could work on these other things, and everything would kind of fall into place into some regard, in view of the financial difficulties that you're having. And so some of the things that I haven't seen, I've been gone a lot, some of the things I haven't seen that were at least at the time that I left, critical. There was a need for standing committees for operations, finance, and recreation. I haven't seen that agendized on any meetings. And you have objective timelines. I see you're pressured by the water board right now for some sort of review. Maybe I wasn't here when the notice came. Vince was here for the notice of violation and the need for a work plan to get you back up to speed. One of those things I believe was the SSNP, which I was at this podium harping about for years through previous boards, that it wasn't right, it needed to be reviewed. And so some of those things seem to have fallen by the wayside from what I've seen on the agenda. And I know you guys have, a lot of irons in the fire. I know how complicated it is because I've been in there. But to reduce the meetings down, I would love to have seen quarterly meetings when I was here. But you just have too much work, and it's not getting done. And once you get it done, once you get on top of it, then I think, Jerry, we should go to quarterly meeting, because once things start to flow in a normal manner, and all the petty bickering and stuff that we see happening, it should quell. Hopefully it will quell, because the whole purpose of this board is that the state has mandated that we have this. We're not having this because we want to have it. The state's saying you have to have a community service district, and it has to operate these 3 departments, and you don't have a choice. It has to do it. And if we don't do a good job of it, I don't think like the water board is gonna come in here and shut us down tomorrow. But if we keep falling behind on a work plan that they've requested, then the notice of violation will get teeth. And then it will start costing real money, and then I've seen boards before that become bankrupted because of this. And CEOs issued, and we don't wanna get this. You've got a good strategic plan, and so to stop all the petty bickering, I'm wondering if it wouldn't be a good idea, I'm just suggesting this question, before you make any decisions, to do any task as a board, or assign any task be done. When you identify a need for something, look back at your strategic plan and see if it's in alignment with that. If it's not, then you need to ask yourself the question, is this something we need to be taking on right now? Or are we supposed to be doing something else with those funds and that energy? And I think it's gonna, if we'd all do that, all the officers of the board, all the way through, if we would all do that, then I think the community would be able to become more cohesive and less fractured.
Anyone else? Ron?
I'll keep it simple, I promise.
Thank you.
The strategic plan is currently being reviewed by the Attorney General's office. Greg is aware of this.
Okay.
It is invalid. You violated my rights. That's all I gotta say. Follow it, and you will have even further problems.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyone else? I make a motion to approve the agenda. Anyone want to second it?
Do we have a change to the agenda to move this number 8?
No.
Okay, we're gonna keep that on.
Right.
Okay.
Oh. Which one is that? Yes, that one's, going to be moved to, a special meeting next week. I don't have the exact date yet.
So there's a change to the agenda.
There's a change to the agenda to remove, number 8 to a special meeting that I don't have the date, but it's gonna be next week.
So I can move to approve the agenda with the
With
changes.
the change. Mhm. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Second. Okay. The, numbers, yeah, we need to vote on
Lon Johnson,
No.
Kathy Plater,
it. Yes.
Tammy LaBue,
No.
Gerald Oliver,
Yes.
Ellen Stallings.
Yes.
Number 6 is to approve March and April minutes. Those are still in a draft form and they will not be, available until our next regular meeting.
Are we gonna have February, July, and September ones too?
Yeah, we're gonna have all of them. They're all in draft form. Number 7, received September 27th, 2025 regarding board members and volunteer fire department members. That has to do with a volunteer fire person on our board that is voting for things that are in regards to the fire department. Likewise, Ellen's husband is on the volunteer fire department, and she is voting on our board also. The community service directors can serve volunteer firefighters. There is no FPPC or government code 1090 issued. Government code 61040, a member of the board of directors shall not be a general manager, district treasurer, or any other compensated employee of the district, except for volunteer firefighters as provided in section 53227. There is nothing to cure or correct. The board can discuss and so inform the public, but not in a corrective action. Do you have any comments on that? None. The next item is, number 3. No, number 9. Demand to cure and correct, received October 1st, 2025, regarding board member Gerald Oliver, discuss of the board possible board action to cure and correct.
Chair Clayton,
Yes,
I apologize, I can't hear you. What item are we on? I'm sorry.
We're-
It's hard to hear for you.
we're on 9. 9, is that it?
We're on item 9?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, just proceed.
Who's that?
It's Greg.
Oh, it's Greg, okay. Yeah. Oh.
Kathy, can you pull that microphone closer?
There, Greg, can you help me out on this one on the Gerald Oliver? The demand and cure to
Is there a
correct.
question to me?
Yes. Can you help me out on that, on the,
Sorry,
demand to cure and correct for, number 9?
okay, so government code section required, 1750, required that resignations be done in writing. No board members have, therefore there is no, issue regarding the reinstatement of any board member. And so no action was taken by the majority of the board, at a non-agendized meeting, and therefore there was no Brown Act violation.
Okay, thank you. Number 11, new business, community center sound system. We have 3 bids to vote on for our new system. It's not only going to improve our sound system, it's going to improve the quality of our Zoom. It's something that we've needed for quite a while. And,
Take it away, Chris.
go ahead, come on, Chris.
Come on, IT guy.
So.
Let us know everything we're
Can
gonna
I just come up there?
get. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna introduce him. Jesus Christ. Yes, go ahead, Chris.
Chris,
Thank you.
Chris Long.
My name is Chris Long. I work in IT, and I also have a house up here. So I've been asked to help out occasionally when I can. And one of the issues, we've worked on the sound system here several times, and it's very ancient. It's an old Radio Shack system. There is no tie-ins for computers. There's no tie-ins for audio recordings. And so we started looking at systems and trying to keep the cost down. We're able to get some bids from different vendors to see what that would cost so we could actually have a sound system that people can hear. It would change these speakers out also and tie in with Zoom so people could be remote and still hear and see the audio and video quality. Is that it?
That's it, thank
Okay,
you.
Good, thanks, Chris.
I have a question.
Okay,
Are you licensed?
I won't be doing the installations. No, I'm
Who's
not.
going to be doing it if these are your bids?
They're not my bids. They're different vendors that bid those. I did not bid those.
So we don't
We
have any
spec-
information about these vendors attached with it, or?
so we have three quotes. The new AV system quote from Chris is the first one that you come to, and that is two different pages, and it's $3398.59 and $2861.98. The next bid is from Sound Planning, and that bid was for $27,925. And then we have one more from, let's see, Comer Communications, and that bid was for $10,000. So do I have a motion to
What
approve?
did you have for 10,000?
It's on a plain piece of paper, right here. Dan Comer, do you have that?
Was this online?
Huh?
Was this one online, Jen?
Was it online? I think so. I think it was online. Did you get it? You have it?
I have it in my
Okay,
packet, I don't know if it's on
Was
the.
that online?
I believe so, yes.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't?
We need to make copies.
And it wasn't accessible to ADA either. Great.
Sorry, can we get copies of this for everyone?
Good question. When I went over these, okay,
Uh-huh.
this bid that came from Chris, two sheets, do not match apples and oranges for the other two. There's twice as much, so it's not a comparable bid.
Did you look at this? To see if it was comparable?
Those two different bids from Chris are, they were just different workups, right? For
Right.
Different systems?
Right, but sound planning,
Yeah.
there's twice, when I went through it, there's twice the stuff in their bid that they're gonna do for us. It's not in Chris's bid. So that's why I said that you can't compare apples with oranges at 27 and 3. They did bid just for the same items.
And do we know what the county did when they redid theirs earlier this year?
No.
May I speak?
In the public ever speak?
Sure.
But you guys, it's not up to the board. You guys should have a general manager, and you should be bidding apples to apples, straight across.
Unfortunately, we don't have a general manager at this time. We do have.
But I'm saying, you gotta bid apples to apples.
Yes.
So you gotta have an idea what you want, what you gotta have, you gotta have a consultant come in and tell you that. You can't have one guy bid one thing, and one guy bid another, and award a contract.
Are you taking public comment on this item? Is that what's happening?
We can take public item on it, comment.
I'm sorry, yeah, I can't hear you.
Yes, we
Yes.
can make a comment on it, yes, we can.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interject here all the time, but it's frustrating, not being able to. What Dwayne's talking about is applicable here. What you guys need to do is table this, in my opinion. You need to table it, and you need to develop a scope of work, and then you need to give that scope of work to bidders so that they can, or are you doing this as professional services? Are you doing this as a contract? Because at $28,000, you're over the $25,000 limit.
Right.
And you've got to go out to a formal bid. And so somebody here needs to develop, and maybe if you had an operational standing committee, but you need to develop a scope of work and an RFP. And then they give you apple-to-apple bids. It's not just making phone calls. If it was the general manager doing something under $2,500, that might be okay. But you're talking about buku bucks for this district. So
Can I ask you a question, Gary? When you were there, I had got one from Vince, but do you know where that bid form is the bid had, because the state used it, and I don't have it anymore. It shows the 3 bids that are actually on the sheet. Because we used to put like this, you would put what you wanted, no vendor's name, on one side, send that sheet out, they would fill in, so all 3 bids would be Apple.
So all I ever saw in here, Mike, was the district ordinance. which
Okay, I didn't know where he got it
So the
from.
district
because I asked.
ordinance gives you the narrative.
Yes, I saw that.
0 to 2,500, 2,500 to 5,000, 5,000 to 10,000, and then under your ordinance is anything over 10,000. You should actually do a formal bid, unless it's professional services, like for consulting, like you hire an engineer, like we did Sowers, then you've got a limit of up to 50,000, that you can do that without. But you still have to put out an RFP at least, which is a request for proposals. So I had some templates that I made for those.
Correct, what I was referring to is, look, we could probably go back and everybody can look at it. But when the bids were produced for the fire department, for gear,
For the heater,
okay, they had a bid sheet on the back with 3 different names, 3 different bids. It's a special form. That's what bids supplied to us, and I haven't been able to find it online or on the website, but it's identical to
I
the state.
made one like that, and we had an electronic copy of it in the files.
Okay,
And of course, Vince.
that's what I'm saying, that
Vince created a
simplifies.
filing system, because Marley had a helter-skelter filing system, it was just a bunch of folders on a desktop, right? Pretty much.
No, I'm just saying that it streamlines it so much easier,
There's one in there
because
somewhere.
there's no confusion, you're only gonna bid these items, and
Right, and so
And we
you
keep
should have
it under the
scope of
threshold.
work, and on the back of it, it should have that.
We'll
That's
table that
exactly
till
what
our
it is.
next meeting. Thank you. David, please. Sewer report.
Take it back.
Yeah.
So, got a lot of notes, not really. Correct construction out of Suesville, they came and looked at stuff yesterday. And they're supposed to get back with a proposal of doing some repairs.
That's our first bid, official bid that we'll be getting, correct?
No, we have a bid from, concrete,
Oh, yes.
Norway Concrete.
Yes.
And that's for PVC work and check valves, that pump
Right,
station,
right.
one. So, correct construction was recommended by RAS Construction out of Reading, who was recommended by SCSD Engineering. Okay? So, again, they did a site visit yesterday, looked at everything, Mr. Oliver was with us. I forwarded him an email this morning saying thank you, gave him John Densmore's information from Aqua Sierra, because they would probably need him if they do the wet wells, to make sure it is talking with the SCADA system. I also sent him information that I got in a magazine about above ground wet wells. So he's hopefully gonna research above ground wet wells to see if that would be something that would be easier to maintain and repair and replace. Our generators were serviced by Varian Care in September. They're all looking good, running good. And before that, on 19 August, the state water board with one person from Lahontan, they did an on-site inspection of our facility. And we still have not gotten any results back. I have correspondence where he asked a bunch of questions and asked for more information. I forwarded him all that information, I believe, last week. And so again, we're still waiting on their report.
Their report.
To get the report would help us to move forward with getting, what's that called?
A grant?
Yes, to help get grants to move forward with things. And that's all I have at this time.
Is there any questions for David?
Where's our budget?
Where's his license?
Whose license?
His,
He doesn't have one. We don't have.
exactly.
We have an exemption.
He's operating on an extension.
The extension's good through,
And you never went to school, sir.
the extension is good through 26, I don't remember the month, okay? But I'll be done with the job April 19th, so, it costs money to get the
Then we'll have
license,
nothing.
period. which
Yeah.
I told you, you guys are gonna, like someone
Yes.
like Steve Stump for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully whoever we hire, we will have a license to move forward with
Right,
that.
right.
You have any other
I have a
questions?
question, I have a question for you, Dave.
Yes.
I know that you've done a scope of work to get the bids. Can you share with the public your scope of work?
So this year I'm trying to get the 3 check valves replaced at pump station 2, so that the flow of the fluid would be more efficient, because it's being restricted by the check valves there in the valve vault. And that's one bid. The next bid we go to, job would be at pump station 1, same thing, to replace those check valves. The third thing that I was trying to get was the wet wells replaced, the 3 wet wells. Also, there's piping, there's ventilation piping at the Strand and Walnut Way that needs to be replaced. It's rotted, deteriorated, crumbling. And then I have pond 1 at the very top of the liner in the corner. It's come undone, so it needs to be repaired. The fluid would never get that high unless it was overflowing the levee. However, at pond 2, I discovered this, about a month or so ago, I guess. A seam had come undone, and because of how close it is to the bottom, pond 2 cannot be used at all. Otherwise, you would not have the 2 foot of freeboard available, so it can't be used until it's repaired. Those are the things that I got for this year, and of course, I put in stuff that for 2026, 27, and on to, I think, through 29. But if we can get grants, obviously, you can move a lot quicker and a lot faster. But we need those reports from the State Water Board,
Right.
as an example, to help us.
Yes.
Any other questions?
No, thank you very much. As David said, his last day is gonna be the middle of April, and, we have advertised for sewer people. We have not, been able to even get resumes, so, we'll just have to see how it goes. We've gone to a broader area now, and we'll see if we can pick somebody up.
Guys should have somebody, on board with him until when he leaves.
Yes.
Should have somebody, hire somebody so he knows what's going on.
That's what we're in
so
the
he
process
gets-
of doing,
We're not
but this
talking
is,
about-
but this is not gonna be a licensed person either, so we still need to have our feelers, our ads out there for a licensed person.
Yes, it has to be waste, management 1.
One.
That's one of the easiest licenses to get.
Yeah.
Each, sewer district, when they hire somebody, has to have that within 6 months
Right.
out there. And it's like a 6-week course down there at the college you
Mhm.
take.
Yeah,
It's not a very hard one to get, when you start setting up the ladder with it.
yeah,
But that is something you have to get, and Stones has to do too. So
yeah, yes.
They're
Aware of
dirty
that.
too. I've
Yeah.
talked to Lahan, this, district did,
Yeah,
Stones is still in compliance, and, they wouldn't tell me what it was. But that's the last inspection, that's why I'm here, to try and help out.
Get back to district business.
okay. Fire chief report, Frankie, please.
Alright. So far, we had been dispatched to 8 medicals, 3 of which were in Spalding. We've had 1 dispatch for fire, that was not in Spalding, and we actually got canceled on for that one. And then, same with, we've had 2 traffic collisions that we were canceled on. As a reminder, please be driving careful, the cows are out on 139. Those were those 2 traffic collisions, involving 2 black cows. So be careful in the wee hours, please.
It works when you drop it, doesn't it?
Yeah. Training hours, we have 11 documented training hours in the last month and a half. Our pancake breakfast went very well. We ended up receiving $1,936. It was a phenomenal breakfast. We actually got to a point where we had people out the door, put tables outside, great weather for it. It was nice. Cal Fire Station Grasshopper will be closing. Just talked with them yesterday on December 8th. They actually have their rehire date already for March 9th. So from December 8th to March 9th, that station should be closed. I have not heard when Eagle Station at Southland will be closing. And then, any questions on those two before I ask Linda to come up and give a
What were
report?
the 2 dates, December 8th to
December
March
8th, they're closing, and then March 9th is their rehire date. And if not, I'll ask Linda to come up and give fireworks.
Any other change on the burn date?
Currently, they have not given me any update. Shasta and Trinity, I've heard they've been opened up.
Yeah.
But, with these storms, we haven't got anything yet. The soonest will probably be November 1st, but we'll let you know as soon as I hear something, we'll post on Facebook as well as
Okay,
on
great.
station.
Great.
What is the medical protocol gonna be once Grasshopper is gone in December?
We're still the same protocol, nothing changes.
So we show up first and then
I'm sorry?
Spalding shows up first and waits for SEMSA?
Sends out when they actually dispatch CAL FIRE from the headquarters over on the hill on 136.
136.
And how far away is that, or how long
It
does it take?
depends
them?
on if A1's fully open or not.
Yeah.
So it could be anywhere from 20 to 45 minutes just to go over the hill to our side of Jason.
Okay.
Depends on when also.
Yeah,
Whatever.
and that's the thing, especially with SEMSA, all their actual ambulances are only 2-wheel drive. That's one of our other issues with them.
And is everyone that, because I know we have a lot of new people, are they all CPR certified, AED?
We're working on having that done. I'm working with SEMSA right now. We're looking at the first or second week of November to go through another CPR AED class, as well as talk to them about being EMR certified for a few of us that are willing to.
Thanks, Frankie.
So,
Frankie, how many training hours did you say you had?
11. Okay. I'm gonna have to listen.
Okay, fire-wise, this year, we went through air pollution control. Because fire-wise did not have funding for our beds. The beds run $600 a bed per time we use. So air pollution control has actually picked up the cost of all of that. We are on our 4th one tomorrow. We have applied, or I should say, everything is good with Firewise. The app has all been renewed, everything's been done. So far this year, we have collected 586 cubic yards of waste, of pine needles and bark. And we have put in 531 hours.
Wow.
So what they're saying is a requirement to qualify is $16,008.22 to qualify for Firewise for the certificate. We have already surpassed that with $17,783.19. So we're sitting good with Firewise. It takes an average of 1 to 2 hours per dwelling to qualify for Firewise. So that's where we stand right now. And we have one tomorrow. We only have it for 1 day. So because there are no drivers, or I shouldn't say there's no drivers. There are no drivers, but they are refusing overtime. The county's not gonna pay any more overtime. So that's why we've got it 1 day.
1 day.
So
Don't you normally pretty much fill in 1 day usually?
a lot of times, there is, some space left the second day, but not a whole lot.
Are you planning to go to the meeting next week at Firewise, or?
Yes, and I have other meetings set up also.
That's great. There was another question I had. Are you going to be presenting Firewise at meetings so the public can be involved and know what's going on?
Yes, and I've always got flyers out, and it's always posted on Facebook also. Facebook and on Spalding Community Service District.
Okay.
We had one set up originally with Haley before she quit Firewise. And when she did, they never let us know who the rep was, unfortunately, that was willing to come up here.
Yeah, I told you I've had issues with them too,
Yeah.
so I get it.
So, I'm waiting to hear a definitive, from Tanya of who's willing to come up with the next program, and it probably won't be till spring. And I'm working with Stones, because they did the presentation over there, with that, where you can apply for your property, they come in and do a whole, like, tree removal, stuff like that, about having them try to do that program again, but the funding is the issue, is what I've been told, and
Funding's a big issue right now with Fireway.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, if they don't have it next year, Fireway doesn't have the funding that we need, then we're gonna go back to air pollution control.
What
Because
can they do for, or?
they
what
pay for the
benefits do
bins,
they have?
the
They
main
pay
thing.
for the bins?
Mhm.
Okay.
But I can also, well, we've also turned in all the hours that are put in, and that also keeps adding up in Fireway.
Your Firewise forms, I saw those the other day and filled one out. Is there a way that we can make those more readily available to the public? Because I think you're losing, like myself, I track mine, I do about 20-25 hours a year or better on 30 lots.
Did you do the
And
forms?
but I meant the forms, if they were more readily where the public could just come pick one
Yeah,
up,
I think we're
fill it out, turn it in to you, and you're gonna
doing
get a lot more hours.
Yeah, we used to have some up here, I'll have to look and see if there's.
But that would probably help you get a lot more hours per household.
and if we, definitely if we can put it on our Facebook.
You put it on the website, they can download it
I think
too.
that'd be a great idea.
Good idea.
But see, every time somebody comes in, you know, to dump their pine needles, their name and address is written down on the form, how many hours and how many cubic feet they're bringing in.
Correct, but did they used to, those that would do the same cubic yards but burn on your property during burn days, you're not getting credit for that, but you can list it on the fireworks.
The time that you take to, you know, break everything up. Yeah, you
Correct,
take
that's
all
what I'm
that.
saying, I think you're losing a lot of that for people that do the burning versus hauling it to the bin.
And that's the thing, I think especially if we can get Firewise to be a little bit better on education side of it, I think that'd help us a lot.
It was always good, yeah, Frankie, you're right.
Yeah, I didn't even know that they had that program where they help disabled and elderly, because it was always presented, the forms are in back, well, what are the forms about?
Well, and
So
that's
it's
the
a
thing.
lot about education.
The program last year, we didn't know about it until it was almost over,
Mhm.
and they did their education on the Firewise side, it's.
But their main thing is the funding. I mean, if they don't have it, then, you know, we don't get it.
Mhm.
So we try to find, that's why John went, when they said they don't have the funding for the bins this year, that's why he went to air pollution control, and they said, sure. So luckily, I mean, this is our fourth one this year. Last year we had 3, the year before it was 2. So,
Any questions on Firewise?
No, very helpful.
Thank you.
Cybersecurity grant update. Cheryl, are you ready for us?
Oh, sure.
Okay, I actually sent you guys, consolidated report earlier today.
If you can just kind of tell us what you've done with them and where we are as far as getting money and that kind of thing.
Sure. Just pull my latest summary. Okay, so part of the cybersecurity grant issue has, all of the documents are in to Cal OSHA, or Cal OES, sorry. And, they have approved our worksheet, so to speak, and it's gone to state. And I asked her, I had a 2-hour meeting with her today to ask her what state had to say, and she says that it takes the state 4 to 6 weeks to approve our project. So, once they approve it, I don't know what the timeline is to actually issue payment.
Right. We did submit,
But it's all been submitted up to the end of August. Didn't have the September bill when I was submitted.
okay.
And we did double check to make sure all the numbers were accurate in accordance with the invoices that we received. Unfortunately, the problem that that I ran into is with cybersecurity. We also need equipment. We need Kelly's equipment really fast, basically.
Yeah.
So,
I saw the bid from,
VC3.
VC3.
Okay.
Chris is gonna get us, some bids too, so, hopefully we're gonna be able to make a move here.
so apples to apples.
Yeah.
It's not just a piece of equipment.
I gave him the actual sheet from VC3,
Okay.
so he'll be able to.
So, to put all the cybersecurity software
Yes,
on and
yes.
install and all
Yeah.
that. Okay, so, the overall 3-year contract amount for VC3 was $61,000. And the current buyout as of September 1st is $41,201.75 according to VC3. If we have assigned errors and emissions insurance policy dating back to when VC3 was originally signed, we could possibly recoup the money that way because the employee didn't really understand what they were doing and signed us up for a contract that we didn't
Right, we didn't need that
We
much
didn't
coverage.
have. So it's just an idea. So the grant is a non-matching grant. They all kind of interlap with each other because I needed equipment information and equipment quotes to be able to finish submitting the grant. So that's why these two are kind of tied together. So far, we've only put in $7,069.84. And when we get September's invoice, that'll add another $1,065. The only thing that I could see that is outstanding is the state wanted a policy for charging costs to the grant and a policy for passing through the federal grant money. They want to make sure that we're managing the grant money properly. So I did put together two policies. I don't think it's enough yet. We need to get down to some brass tactics. We need to make sure that we're covering all the federal requirements and that we're following accounting procedures. I did check with the bookkeeper who's had 7 years of supposed grant experience, so that was good. And that's pretty much all I have to report as far as, we do have 3 bids for Kelly's computer, that's on its last leg, so. But I'll go on to say that VC3 seems to be the best fit because they will install their cybersecurity software and all of and set it up with this system, the way that it's structured right now. I guess it depends on, if Chris gets another bid.
Right.
Then we'll have 4, but
Yeah, we'll
at
see how it
least,
goes.
yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, that's it for me.
Thank you very much. Number 15.
One question just came. When you're doing your policies that they're requiring, are they requiring a separate bank account like we used to have a separate, that way the money went in, money went out, only thing grant?
They aren't directing that we have a bank account, but from an accounting perspective, we should. However, we have to spend the money and then they reimburse us, so
Right, but
we
I'm
may.
just saying, what I learned with the state when we had it.
Yeah, no,
Money went in, money went out, that's all it was for, so there wasn't any bookkeeping problems.
I agree. I
You
mean,
send the receipt, you get paid, the money just goes
Yeah.
back and forth.
yeah, so I agree for audit purposes, that would be wise. So to answer your question, we'll talk to the bookkeeper more and look at best accounting practices. Or we should, sorry, the board should. Not me.
Okay, resolution 2025, meeting frequency. We've been meeting quarterly. We've had a lot of requests to start having our monthly meetings back again. Any comments on whether you want to go back to monthly or?
We need to go back to monthly.
Back to monthly?
Yes.
Do we
At least
want
for now.
Do we want to how do you feel about monthly?
I think we should definitely go monthly,
Okay.
and I think we should try and do it earlier.
That's
for
what I was
dinner,
just gonna say,
for the
that I
dinner,
think we
things
need to,
like, you know,
I know,
here.
I think we probably should have the meeting start like at 1 or 2 o'clock, and I don't know which is
And
better.
then the only other tidbit would be to look into, for Kelly and them, you know, that are in our office staff,
Mhm.
so that our 72 hours is fit somewhere within one of their work days.
Yes.
So pick whatever day that, instead of having to come in, do it overtime and then
Yes,
get
yes,
it on the
yes,
books.
yes, yes. Having it on Thursday, I don't have a problem with that, do you? What about you? You don't care
No.
what time looks good for you?
Earlier the better. Yeah.
1 o'clock?
I start preparing for bed now.
So you think 1, 2 o'clock?
One's good for me. The earlier the better, because you know it's gonna start getting dark early too, so.
I'm retired.
The building has lights.
I'm talking about outside.
Yeah, now you're retired.
Okay, so let's take a vote.
I make a motion that we go to Thursdays, and we'll start doing it monthly at 1 o'clock.
Okay,
I'll second.
okay. Kelly?
Lon Johnson,
Yes.
Ellen Stallings,
Yes.
Kathy Slater,
Yes.
Gerald Oliver,
Yes.
Tammy LaBeouf.
Yes.
And that's the normal Thursday, third Thursday.
The same.
Second
Thursday.
Second
Okay.
Thursday, monthly at 1 o'clock, so our next, meeting will be in November. Although we are gonna have a special meeting in, sometime next week.
Okay.
November 13th.
That's what I was doing, checking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
November 13th.
And you do know the 13th is Columbus Day, so you're not gonna, your special meeting, don't put it on a holiday.
All right.
So pick Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Kathy? You can take public comment, I have one.
Sure.
Your meeting date used to be set by ordinance, it's now set by resolution, I know that because I
Yes.
wrote the resolution.
Mm-hmm,
So you have to pass a resolution and sign it before you can change the date.
yes.
Has to be by resolution, not minute order at the desk. So you either need to table it or come up with a resolution tonight very quick.
I can do that and then have it for the special
also
meeting.
Okay.
That'll work.
Yeah.
So table it for today to the special.
Table till the
Special
special
meeting.
meeting.
Yeah.
Can you do a resolution at a special meeting, Tammy?
I believe we can, other than like, there's certain limitations, but I think you can change the meeting day and time. I'll look into it to make sure.
Okay.
Columbus Day is October.
Yeah. Any board reports? Ellen, I know you have a board report.
I do. I have two subjects to talk about. Board member Kathy Plager and I and employee Kelly Handy met with Jennifer from LAFCO via Zoom meeting to discuss issues facing the district. We met on September 16th. I reported on the ongoing search for the general manager, and that a couple of resumes have been received. We discussed updating the website and that Ellen had taken over that task and is learning how to navigate the site and add items, and that I will continue training. And discussed the recent vote to replace Larry Doss with the election of Tammy. Discussed adding information about the Spalding Fire Department to the website, and agreed to continue monthly meetings with Jennifer at LAFCO to get guidance from her.
Excellent.
Brian, do you have anything?
No?
Tammy?
Just that I completed all of my ethics training, my paperwork. The only one that I think that we need, and I'm not sure if any of us have done it, is sexual harassment, and we might want to think about taking Brown Act training.
Is that online?
The sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment.
Do we belong to the SCSD? Because they might even do the Brown Act training on video.
And I think that we did Well, we did our ethics training with LAFCO, wasn't there Brown Act
There was
training
Brown Act.
involved in that too? So,
It's just
Those are-
touches on it
yeah,
though.
not extensive, but we did have some.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm gonna add this, I forgot my
Okay.
general manager.
Okay, all right.
We have obviously been in a search for general manager, we've had ads out, online and on the radio and in what used to be a newspaper, but it's online locally, and we've had several applications, and so I have prepared the applications and gathered them, not looked at them, and so I'm going to hand them over to the ad hoc committee, which is Kathy and Gline, for review.
At that time, I make a motion that being that, Tammy's on the board, that we choose another, because we need a citizen to be on the committee with us, that we pick another one, that she can go over, so.
Right. So do we have any volunteers? Come on.
Volunteer to do what?
Sit on the ad hoc committee for hiring a GM.
What is the ad hoc committee gonna, talk
Re-
about?
Review employment
Yeah.
applications before we call people in.
Yeah,
for
kind of what they
interviews.
do is, you've been in business, but, usually there's a scale that you can set up yourself amongst yourself. 1 to 10, and you rate these applications 1 to 10,
How
12.
often do they
So
set
that-
up? How often do they have the meetings? I go down south to run a company, come back, I'm up here 2 weeks, 3 weeks out of the month. I just wanna make sure I'm there.
I think someone back there is holding up their hand. He just turned his head.
I'm not a resident.
What does that have to do with it?
I'll do
You'll do it?
it. Sure.
Okay, you got one, Ken Horty.
Okay.
Thanks for volunteering, Cam.
Thank you, thank you very much.
Keep those flamingos quiet tonight.
Jerry, do you have anything?
Not really. I've been helping John and then with Firewise a little bit,
Yeah,
learning the sewer system with David,
yes, yes,
getting bids for that.
yeah. He's been helping around here too. He's got a couple of projects that he's gonna work on next week. And he helped do some maintenance on the truck, the work truck, and, yeah, he's been a lot of help. So we appreciate it. Thank you.
And it saves a little bit of money.
I know you are. I was gonna give a spiel, but I'm tired and I think we need to probably adjourn the meeting and I'll go home.
I second that.
Meeting adjourned.
Take a vote.
Take a vote. What? Motion. Motion to adjourn.
Okay, then I'll second.
I second.
Did we have a second?
He seconded it. Gerald.
Okay, and the vote,
Kelly.
and the vote?
Kathy Slater,
Yes.
Lon Johnson,
Yes.
Jenny LaBue,
Yes.
Gerald Oliver,
Yes.
Ellen Stallings.
So Nick, ad hoc for sewer.